So for those of you who have been watching the rugby without knowing what the hell is going on, here's a quick crash course. You can pass backwards, you can't pass forwards. However, you can kick the ball forwards. How can you score in rugby? There's basically three main ways of scoring. Firstly, a try. That's when the player puts the ball over the line. Once he puts the ball over the line, you get 5 points. However, after those 5 points, the kicker gets an attempt to try and get another 2 points by kicking the ball through the poles. So if you get both of those, it's a 7-pointer and it's called a converted try. Next up, you can score a drop goal. That's what the English player did to us from 50 meters out last week. You can do that from anywhere in the field, but it's very hard. That's why it doesn't happen too often. If you score that, you get 3 points. Then you can also score a penalty. Now that's when the ball is put on the cone. It looks similar to a conversion, however it's not after a try. So you just have to kick the ball over and you get 3 points. Now how do you get a pen? Basically, if the opponent commits one of the 1,000 fouls you can commit in rugby. If you don't know these fouls, just ask the person who's next to you tomorrow. When you actually get a penalty, there's a few options. The first option is when you put the cone down and you try and kick it over. I explained that earlier. Next, you can try and get a line out. That's when the player will drop the ball without it bouncing and try and kick it out on the full. That's when our player will throw the ball in and our other players will catch it and get the ball near to their try line so we can score a try. Next is a quick penalty. This is basically a bit unstructured and they'll just kick the ball a bit and pass it so the ball can be moving really quickly and we can try and score a try like that. And you can also choose a scrum. That's when the two opposing players do that. Don't confuse a normal penalty with a scrum penalty. A scrum penalty is basically happens when the opposing player will drop the ball forward or pass the ball forward. Now, one thing I know a lot of people here is advantage or penalty advantage or scrum advantage. What is an advantage? That's when the ref sees there's either a scrum or a scrum penalty, but it gives the team a bit of time to try and make something from this and try and score a try on their own without having to make a choice of a penalty and what decision they want to make. So those are some of the rules of rugby. If you're still completely confused, just look at the people next to you. If they're cheering and they're cheering for the Bokke, just do the same.